a little bit there. Yeah, it's about good. Okay. I'm just gonna go right here. Awesome. Okay. Whew. All right. Atelihai, Tunngasugit, Tunngahugit, Aniin, welcome everyone to our Attitu virtual fitness core workout. So of course we're going to be working on our lower back and our abdominals as well as our oblique muscles. So we're going to be going all the way around the core. So everything below the chest, above the hip line. Should be pretty good. I have some lighter weights today, so I'm going to be using my 15 pounders. And essentially what we're going to do is we're going to be shortening down those reps, but we're going to be adding in some harder movements, some light-weighted movements. So it should be a pretty good core workout. Again, changing things up here just a little bit. But to get started, we're going to jump into this warm-up, and we're going to begin with some alternating toe touches. So again, great for the lower back, great for the obliques as we stabilize coming down in an X formation. So starting here, again, you want to square those feet, hips apart. You want to start back straight, slight curve in the spine. You know, you're sticking your glutes back and you're pushing that chest forward. And again, you're going to come down right to left toe, left to right toe. And again, you're alternating all the way up to 12. And again, you can do 6 on each side, or you can do 12 on each side. Again, whatever is the most comfortable for you. And of course, what also gets you that burn. So just right off the bat there, just doing some alternating toe touches. So right arm to left foot, left arm to right foot. And a great thing to do there is when you're in that standing position and you're going to be reaching for that foot, one thing that I really like to do is I like to also give myself that stretch. So I'm stretching the oblique up, getting that nice side stretch, and then coming down to that opposite foot. So again, you're getting a nice oblique workout there as well as that lower back. So now we're going to do some bring it around towns. So obviously, like in SpongeBob, really weird connection to make there, but that's what I thought about when I saw this exercise. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come down to the hip hinge. So again, like we were doing good mornings, coming right down to that hip hinge. And now we're going to take our lower back and our head, and we're going to bring it down and up to the hip hinge, and low and up. And again, we're going to go 6 clockwise and then 6 counterclockwise. So again, starting at the hip hinge, up and around. Again, we're drawing those circles with the head. You're pushing into those hamstrings. Again, great for the lower back, great for the hips. So after 6 here, we're going to switch directions. So going back around, and again, keeping that lower back straight. Again, you just want to circle that head. You're using that lower back to lower yourself, stabilizing with the hamstrings. Just like so. So again, a simple movement there, just bending over at the hip hinge, drawing a circle with your head, clockwise, counterclockwise, all the way up to 12. And again, feeling that in the lower back, definitely feeling warmed up. And now we're going to move on into some harder movements, but still quite easy. They're just a little bit more focused. We're going to be moving into some one-legged plank ups. So the one-legged plank ups are great. Trying to figure out a way to show this here. So what we're going to want to do here is you're going to want to get onto the floor, of course, in that plank up position. So we're in that plank, back is straight. And again, we're going to put that one leg over the other. So my left is on my right. And I'm lifting up that core. Again, slight lift at the core, lifting up that hip hinge, back down. Again, we're going to do this up to 6. And then we're going to switch legs. So what we're doing here when we take that foot off, put it behind the other, we're changing that leverage. And so it's going to be a lot more focused on the right side or left side at a time rather than both. So switching sides here now, I'm going to put my right foot around my left. And again, that same movement, right leg on my left, bringing the hip up, back down, up, back down. So again, lifting everything with that core. Just like so. So again, you're going to feel that more on one side versus the other, so it's great to alternate those legs. And you're going to get a great focused lower back and core workout from that there. And so now we're going to move on into some hollow rocks. So hollow rocks, great stuff for the core. We're going to be holding ourselves. Again, it's going to be like a plank. We're going to be lifting our lower legs and our, well, I guess upper arms, our upper body. We're going to be lifting both sides, and we're going to rock forward and back. So from the side here, again, lifting up, everything's up, then we're going to rock back, forward. And the good way to know that you're doing this exercise right is if those abs, the entire time your abdominal muscles are flared. Again, so if you put your hands there, you should feel your abdominals pushing up towards the sky, all the way up to 12. Just like so. So again, keeping those feet off the floor. And again, you can count either when your feet touch the floor or when your shoulders touch the floor on the other side. All the way up to 12. Again, should really feel that in the upper and the lower abdominal muscles. Whew. So now it's going to now it is time to get into the workout. So we've just gone over the warm up. Again, if the workout feels a little bit too difficult or you don't have any weighted items around, I would suggest doing the warm up just because that's more focused on calisthenics. You don't need weights to make that one very effective. Whew. So now we're going to get into this lower back abdominal workout, and we're going to start it off pretty good here. So you're going to want to go by 8s, or if you aren't using weights but you still want to try the workout, then go by 16s. So we're going to start these off with some lower back dolphin kicks. So essentially what you want to do is you want to lay down on your stomach, and again, you want to imagine doing a Superman, how you lift your lower body, lift that upper body, except we're only going to lift the lower body here. So again, keeping the toes pointed backwards, we're going to lift up with our lower back, our lower legs. Whew. And again, we're going to do 8 just then, pretty quick. If you feel like it's too easy, you can certainly move those repetitions up. But from those dolphin kicks, we're going to move on to some through the holes. So it's going to be great for the lower back. We're going to grab our lighter weights if we have them. And again, what we're going to do is we're going to start dumbbell raised high, and we're going to bring that dumbbell down, curl it underneath, straight through, and back up. So again, pretty quick, coming through. And again, you want to make this more effective. Don't let the dumbbell touch the floor. All all the way up to 8 on each side. Just like so. And then alternating sides, same thing. We grab that dumbbell, squaring the hips, and dumbbell straight up, through the hole, straight up, and through the hole. And of course, don't be afraid to get low in there. You're going to get that extra lower back stretch and that extra workout there. So again, 8 on both sides, 16 total. Really good for the lower back there. And of course, in that shoulder. So now we're going to be doing some elevated heel reaches. So should be pretty good here. Now I'm going to grab some weights. I'm going to try them with weights. I've tried them without, and definitely a good exercise. But with weights, it might be even more deadly here. So one of the things that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get into that sit-up position. Again, you want it to be just sitting up high enough that the dumbbells are able to pass over the floor, but without touching the floor. So again, you're reaching for those heels. And again, just adding those light weights there really changes those heel reaches. Oh man. So again, getting those dumbbells, you're holding up the dumbbells with your core, similar to a plank, and then you're also getting those oblique reaches in there. Wow. So wearing up a sweatshirt already. Very informative. Thank you, Cheyenne. And thanks for joining in on this workout. I appreciate the comment. So again, we've gone through those elevated heel reaches. Now we're going to get into our final exercise, which is the plank. So of course the plank, great stuff for the core. You're sucking in the lower, middle, and upper abdominals while stabilizing with that lower back. So it's a great all-purpose workout. And now we're going to try for 25 seconds, getting to 100 seconds by the end of the workout today. And if that's too much, you can go to where your max is and leave it there. So getting into that plank, 25 seconds here. Again, in plank position, keeping the back straight on the balls of the feet. Now you can do this in push-up plank. Again, that works totally fine. Or you can get on your forearms. I prefer the forearm way, but again, it's totally up to you. So just like so, a quick 25 minute, that'd be way too long, 25-second plank. Whew. So feeling pretty good, core very tight today. Yeah, so we have tons of core exercises. So if you go to our Facebook page, you should be able to see our video library. So just where we have all of our uploaded videos. And 3 of those playlists, or 4, I think 5 of those playlists are fitness. We have our Christmas special that was going on. We have some guest community spotlight videos on the playlist. And then we have our Monday upper body workouts, our Wednesday core workouts, and our Friday leg workouts, all saved in those playlists. So, and thanks for reminding me because I actually have to add this one after. Awesome. Okay. Thank you so much for the comment here. That's great. Whew. So we've gotten through that first set there. Again, feeling pretty good. I'm definitely sweating through my shirt here. Good time to say that we should always be drinking water while we're doing these workouts, and especially anything that's with the core and the lower back. I think that a lot of those exercises tend to be fairly cardio based, so good idea to drink loads of water. So it's a good time to get back into that workout again. If you need longer rests, don't be afraid to take those longer rests. It's great for the body. You have to rest to get oxygen to the muscles, and of course you need to rest so that you have energy to keep going. So getting in the dolphin kick position. Now again, we're going to be lifting with the lower back, lifting those lower legs up in the air. Again, think of it like a scorpion. And again, just doing 8 there. Whew. So after those dolphin kicks, we're moving into our second lower back focus exercise, which is going to be the through the holes. And so again, squaring the hips. You want to make sure that you're not going to fall over, dumbbell, or just your hand up in the air. And then through the hole, bringing that right shoulder down, all the way up to 8. So again, really great stuff for the lower back here. We're adding some multi-purpose movements here. So not only are you getting both the stabilizing up, you're getting that control as we come down to about here, and then you get even more control through, and then you get that lower back lift. So again, all the way up to 8. And then switching sides. And same thing, straight up, controlled all the way through, and back up. And again, when it comes to that breathing out as we push through, breathing in as we come back up. Pushing up, and again, straight through, all the way up to 8. Whew. So, yes, of course. Glitch, thank you for stopping by, Dave. Whew. Really appreciate you coming by. Always glad to share our content with anybody who's willing to jump on these workouts. So, whew. Now we're going to get into those elevated heel reaches. So again, got to tell you, burning up a sweat, which is great. And same thing, elevated heel reaches. So normally we're up just very little. This time we're getting up quite high. And again, we're coming down to those knees. Again, pushing with those obliques. Whew. Really felt that one going through there. Oh, wow. So again, finished off that. We're going to move into those planks. same thing, 25-second plank. And if you can't do 25 or 25 is too short, you're welcome to increase the seconds, decrease the seconds. And so again, right into plank. Just like that, 25-second plank. Had to go quiet there, trying to count the seconds out in my head. Whew. So 25 seconds there, great workout so far. I'm sweating through my steamed ham Simpson shirt. So, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about this core workout. Getting the sweat, like I said, you know, even when you try to do weight training or switch up the lower back and the core, it always ends up feeling like a cardio workout. You just, you can't get around it. Even I've noticed, like even doing deadlifts, things like that, totally works up a sweat like nothing else. Whew. So giving ourselves a couple seconds here to rest again. You can really take anywhere between, well, 15 seconds to a minute. That's the, anywhere in between there could be recommended based on what you're doing, what activity you're doing. Like if you're doing a lot of heavy lifting, you might want to take a higher rest, higher rest limit. So now we're going to move on into these third set. We're on our second last set before we move on into our cool down, which is always the best part because we get to stretch everything out. Whew. And we get to reward ourselves. So we're going to start with those dolphin kicks again. Imagine bringing those heels right up to the ceiling. Another great thing about these dolphin kicks is they're great for that rehabilitation factor in the back hips, in the glutes, or in the, of course, the lower back. So doing exercises like that, even after sitting in a chair for the whole day, just ending the day with some dolphin kicks, as well as some other things. Really, you should do a full body workout, but you'll find that your body's more stretched out, certainly a lot stronger, and you're not as uncomfortable as the day goes on. And I should know, being both a student and working, you know, you find yourself at the desk a lot nowadays. Whew. Just like so, climbing up those reps, 8 on both sides. My lower back is really feeling this one. So really blowing through this one. Now we're into those heel reaches. So again, really great exercise here. You know, you get not only the obliques, but you get the abdominal muscles that are stabilizing. That are stabilizing that core. Again, keeping your upper body off of the mat, which is great for the abs. So you should really feel your abdominal muscles pushing up as you hold yourself up. And then you should really be flaring up those obliques. So now we're on to that plank. 25 seconds here. And then we've got one more set and the cool down. But the cool downs are fairly fast, just about 40 seconds there. So should be pretty good. Again, we're going to hold this plank here. Again, 25 seconds there. Great stuff for the core. So looking at my mat, just sweat stains everywhere. So probably a good time to talk about mat care, actually. You know, using any type of skin-safe cleaning solution after each workout on the mat is recommended, just because you never know what little fungus is growing up in the creases here. Or you can use a vinegar water solution. I say add water to the vinegar just because you don't want to stain the mat with vinegar and of course make it sticky and very salty, which doesn't seem like it would be a problem. But once you get into those higher difficulty workouts and you start getting the sting on your body from the vinegar, it'll really I say that from experience is what I'm saying. So we've got our last set here. On to our fourth and final set. Again, going through those dolphin kicks, the through the tunnels, the elevated heel reaches that are weighted, and the plank. So doing great here. You know, even if you find that the order of the exercises seems a little difficult or out of the way for you, you can certainly change that order around. Do the plank first, the core first, the lower back first, or one after the other. But I'm going to stop stalling now. Get into this final set here. So again, starting with those dolphin kicks. And all the way to 8 there. Now, some through the tunnels or under the arms. I'm sure there's lots of names for this one here. But again, dumbbells straight up, back still straight, low, and up. Again, just like so. One side's done, jumping into the other side, and again, coming up, and again going low. Gotta tell you, really feeling that lower back burn, getting some nice burn there in that shoulder cuff. Again, even with some light weights, you can really make a killer workout for your core. Again, it doesn't always have to be fancy and explosive. It can be small and controlled. And again, you'll feel it just as much in your muscles as you would anything else. You know, it's like having really ripped calves, but you know, hill running is still gonna take a beating out of you, you know? So now we're on to these heel reaches. And same thing. Coming down, and again, just lifting up so you can get those dumbbells off of the mats. Whew. Again, finish there. Obliques, the core, all on fire. And now we've got that plank. So, whew, this was a little unorthodox in terms of a core workout. We're using a lot more stabilizing and control workouts, not so many leg lifts and sit-ups. Not to say that those are bad. It's just you know, just switching things up for the week. But ending everything off today with that plank. So 25 seconds here. Ten more seconds. Whew. Just like so. Went through that workout quite well. Sweating all through my my shirt here. Matt is feeling pretty gross. So I feel like that was a successful workout. Now we're going to get into that cool down. And so, like always, we're going to be stretching that core out. So the lower back, the obliques, and of course the abdominal muscles. So the first thing that we're going to do is a reverse hollow rock. So we did these during the warm-up, and we'll bring them back for this exercise here. So again, you're going to want to get your ankles or your feet, whatever is most comfortable for you. And in one movement, you're going to want to push your calves forward. You're pushing those legs, or I guess behind you. Again, pushing them to the floor. And that's going to bring up that core. That's going to push your feet to the floor and bring up your core. You're pushing your feet, and you're going to be lifting that chest, lifting that abdominal muscle up. And just 10 seconds there. That's going to feel great on that core. Now I'm going to push myself into sun salutations here just for 10, just to get the rest of that middle lower core stretched. And again, just like so. From here, we're going to move on to child's pose. So again, you're bringing that back forward. And again, once you get your arms out straight, start easing back into your feet. Again, really getting that lower back stretch here. Again, 10 seconds in child's pose. Now we're going to switch into a Superman ab stretch. And so for this, we're going to be lifting just the top part of our body up, and we're just going to turn over to the side. So again, fingers by your ears. You're lifting that right side up, elbow up in the air. 10 seconds there. Second, stretch here. 10 seconds on the other side. Again, you're stretching out the obliques. Whew. And it's a deep stretch. Very deep stretch there in the obliques. That surprised me a bit on my left side. I wasn't expecting that to well, stretch as good as it did. That's one thing, but also had a little pinch there. So we have, I think we finished. Last but not least, we're going to do some knees to chest. So this is going to get our hip hinge, which is effective when we do lower back exercises. Most of the time, I should say, because a lot of it involves bending at the hip line. So it's a great idea to stretch the lowest part of your lower back into the hips, into the top of the glutes. So one great way to do that is to pull the knees to the chest. So just like it sounds, getting our knees up. Again, you can get them about 90 degrees just above the hips, pulling from behind the knees, get right into the knee pit, the armpit of the knee, and we're just going to pull our knees back to our chest. If that's not deep enough for you, you can go over top of the knees and bear hug the knees, pulling those knees to the chest. And again, just like so, stretching out that lower back. So we've finished our workout for this Wednesday. So again, Wednesday core, Monday we do the upper bodies, Friday we do the lower body. And as I was speaking on earlier, we have all of these videos saved in a playlist. So if you want to see heavier weights, lighter weights, no weights, from anything in between, different exercises, we've certainly produced fresh content when we do those uploads. So yeah, definitely check those out if you're looking for anything different. But otherwise, thank you to Sport Canada and Canadian Heritage for funding the Tunngahugit program, which brings Atelihai to the virtual space and of course keeps me employed and keeps us all fit. So thank you to them. Thank you to the Toronto Inuit Association, which of course is sponsoring this, bringing this live. It's also their program, which everybody has pitched in on. So special thanks to everybody who isn't on the camera. And yeah, thanks to everyone tuning in, watching at home, or wherever you are. And yeah, hope everyone has a great rest of the week. Whew. And if you're a student out there, I know that we're starting on the 15th. I started a little bit earlier, but I know most people are starting on the 15th. So good luck to all the students out there. Good luck to all the post-secondary, secondary, etc. students. And wish you all the best. Wishing everyone the best. And I'll see everybody Friday for the leg workout. Whew. Take care, everyone. And